My video for April the 27th, 2019 is entitled, Will Humanity Recover from Religion? And it's video number 3068. Valerie Tarico is the author of, quote, Trusting Doubt, a Former Evangelical Looks at Old Beliefs in a New Light. Like many, she is recovering from her religion that has some insane teachings that come straight from the pages of the Holy Bible. How many realize that stoning people to death, a barbaric concept to modern educated people, was the penalty for many sins listed in the first 5 books of the Bible? As many do, I ask, where's the love? Where's the mercy? When is the awakening? Is peace on earth even possible with psychopaths in charge? And I add here that many of the psychopaths, of course, are atheists, but I know atheists that are very loving people. So you can't put any label on any group and say that group is evil, because there's always exceptions. I was going to record this video yesterday, but I had everything prepared, just like it is now with the lights turned on and the camera ready to go, but I didn't record. Something said, no, wait. And so here it is today, and I recorded the video that, of course, is live now, instead of this one, and it was another one with dreams. And I think dreams are important, but I also believe what Valerie wrote is very, very important. It's something that we need to pay attention to. Here, I'm gonna read some things from the Bible. This is Leviticus 29:20, verse 9. For everyone that curses his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. He has cursed his father or mother, his blood shall be upon him. And then from Exodus 31:15, working on the Sabbath. Whosoever doeth any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death. Premarital sex for girls only. If, however, this is from Deuteronomy 22:20, if, however, this charge is true, the evidence of the young woman's virginity was not found, then they shall bring the young woman out to the entrance of her father's house, and the men of her town shall stone her to death. Disobedience, boys only. This is from Deuteronomy 21:18. If someone has a stubborn and rebellious son who will not obey his father and mother, who does not heed them when they discipline him, then his father and his mother shall take hold of him and bring him out to the elders of his town at the gate of that place. Then they shall say to the elders of his town, quote, this son of ours is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey us. He is a glutton and drunkard. Then all the men of the town shall stone him to death. Deuteronomy 21:18. And Deuteronomy 17, verses 2-5. Worshipping any god but Yahweh. If there be found among you within any of thy gates, which the Lord thy God giveth thee, man or woman, that hath gone and served other gods and worshipped them, either the sun or moon or any of the host of heaven, which I have not commanded, then thou shalt bring forth that man or that woman, which have committed that wicked thing unto thy gates, even that man or that woman, and shall stone them with stones till they die. Witches, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live, Exodus 22:18. Wizards, and she puts epileptics, migraine sufferers, schizophrenics. A man also or woman that hath a familiar spirit, or that is a wizard, shall surely be put to death. They shall stone them with stones. Their blood shall be upon them. Leviticus 20:27. Loose daughters of clergy. And the daughter of any priest, if she profane herself by playing the whore, she profaneth her father. she shall be burnt with fire. Leviticus 21:9. Girls who are raped within the city limits. If there is a girl who is a virgin engaged to a man, and another man finds her in the city and lies with her, then thou shalt bring them both out of the gate of that city, and you shall stone them to death. The girl, because she did not cry out in the city, but if in the field the man finds the girl who, and I'm not going to even continue reading. It would be page 2, and there's 3 pages of this stuff, and I've read enough. I think you can get my point. Religion at that time was very barbaric. People were even commanded to kill those that were of a different faith. You weren't allowed to have more than one faith. You weren't allowed. Everybody that had a different faith was obviously had a different God. And don't say, well, there's only one God. Well, yes, of course, there's only one God, maybe. Of course, maybe. I know, it's a contradiction. But Elohim is plural. And God said, let us, again, plural, Elohim, us. Elohim is plural, us is plural. Make man in our image, after our likeness, and let us give him dominion over all the beasts of the field and everything that creepeth on the earth, etc., etc. Folks, we have to learn to love. Valerie was absolutely right, and she's a former evangelical. She's a former Christian, and she's pointed out all of these things in the Bible that I overlooked. I overlooked for so many years reading the Bible through. I overlooked these things. And it's crazy, I know. It's absolutely crazy. But that's how severe the brainwashing is on planet Earth. We have been totally controlled by dark forces that don't even want parents to deal righteously and justly and lovingly with their family. No, you know, if they don't do what you tell them to do, if you're a tyrant and your kids have an independent streak, especially as teenagers, take them out and stone them. Get the city fathers to stone them and have a nice public execution. How barbaric we would consider that today. But is it any less barbaric to continue to send soldiers into the nations around the world and kill people that are of a different nationality, a different faith, a different race? I mean, it's insanity. When are we going to grow up and get beyond the insanity? When are we going to recover not only from religion, but from all kinds of beliefs that set us in opposition to one another and prevent us from building strong links that will connect us to the point that we're actually able to work together to bring peace on earth? And I know I've talked about this so many times. The leaders don't want peace on earth because war is profitable. War, you get to destroy, and then you get people borrowing money from you so that you can rebuild what's been destroyed. It's insanity, folks. When are we going to wake up? When are we going to see the nose on our face and see the craziness of some of the things that we've believed, whether they came from God or not? We have to get to the point where we have an awakening. I'd like the codons to be reactivated in humanity. I'd like us to be able to rise up. I can't get into that because I don't have the time. But another time, maybe I might go into a video that I watched yesterday after I recorded the other video. Anyway, folks, thanks for listening, and namaste.